Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Yeah, I've changed my look again. We're gonna get into this at another point in time, people. You know what Patricia is like, okay? I'm sorry, people, I'm sorry. But today I wanted to give you guys some tips on all things diet and exercise. It's January, beginning of the year. I've kind of been on a little bit of a journey where I'm trying to like tone up my body and just kind of work on it, you know. It's not necessarily weight loss, but I'm trying to tone up my stomach, my butt, and all those kind of things. So while I'm on this journey, obviously it's worthwhile for me to let you guys in on some tips and tricks that I am realistically finding useful, because there's a lot of, you know, pro information out there and some of us are just not pros, okay? So you guys know that I'm a foodie and that when I see food, my eyes boggle out of my head. I'm very excited by it, and I'm not all about diet. So one of the things I like to do is substitution. So rather than eating a big plate of rice, a rice mountain as I call it, I might have a rice molehill instead and swap that out for like veggies and fill up on them, like a stir fry vegetables with like a splash of oil in it and lots of seasoning, because I like my food to at least have a nice taste to it. And things like making healthy swaps. So I'm now not having as much bread as I used to have, like normal bread, and now I'm using rye bread because it's higher in fiber, it keeps you full for longer, and different things like that. So you don't necessarily have to be like, I can't eat that anymore, you know, starving yourself. Just swap it out for things that are probably lower calorie and better for your health. Number 2 is portion control, sticking with the diet. Sad times, people, sad times. You need to really manage your portions. The thing is though, is that you realize that we eat a lot just for the sake of kind of eating. So one of the things I like to do is use a smaller plate to dish out my meals, so it doesn't feel like I'm missing out on so much, because I can kind of have like a mini food mountain on my small plate. That's a really good way to trick your mind into not feeling like you're eating less, because sometimes it's a mental thing versus a physical thing, because a lot of us are in the habit of just eating loads. Like, I'm a little bit of an emotional eater as well. My next tip is to get a meal plan diary. Those of you guys who've been watching me for a really long time, you know that Excel like turns me on. It makes me feel so good. So being able to like organize my meals is like, oh, it's so good. Get a meal diary, get an idea of what you're gonna eat for the week when you go shopping, rather than going down like the aisles with like the biscuits and the jammy dodgers and the malted milks and all that tasty goodness. Just go down the veggie aisle, okay? Go down the meats and the foods that are healthier for you aisle, okay? Just do that instead and build your meals around them. And it means that you're not gonna have those times where you're like, I'm so hungry, or I'm just gonna go and buy a burger, or I'm just gonna go to the kebab shop. You won't do that as much when you kind of just, when you like know what you've got the stuff in the fridge, you will be good to go. For those of you who want like an instant transformation, or you have like an event to go to or something that's going to cause an instant shrink, and I know a lot of people don't believe that you can instantly lose weight, but there's ways to like reduce your water, which is to basically reduce your salts and your sugars. And I'm talking like white bread and all that kind of stuff that burns, causes really high insulin spikes. For some reason they cause you to be a little bit bloated and to kind of like hold a little bit more water in the areas that are not the most attractive, like a little bit of a swole head and swole belly. So even if you give yourself like 5 days of a cleanse of like really high salts and sugars, you'll see a significant difference, and that can kind of kickstart you into making a massive change. So my next tip is moving on to the exercise part, and the part that I like the most is obviously getting yourself the gear, okay? Realistically, by getting healthy and fit, you are going to look a lot better, but you want to start off looking good, okay? You need to get your gym wear, right? And I've been working with Misguided, who have their new activewear collection. I'm gonna link it all down below. It's gorgeous, it's affordable, it fits really well, and it's got great support. This is one of the tops from them. Honestly, I think it's a great brand. You guys know that, whether I'm working with them or not. So for me to do something like this just fills me with so much joy. So check it out below. But having the right gear is gonna make you feel really good and motivated, and it's probably gonna make your butt look amazing. This is the next tip, okay? It might sound a bit gross to some of you guys, but it's really not that gross. It's to sleep in your gym wear, okay? Especially if you're someone who's gonna work out in the morning. If you don't work out in the morning, then I don't know why you're gonna do that. But sleep in your gym wear. One, it's comfortable, and two, it means that you have no excuses when you roll out of bed. You can't be like, oh, I've gotta go and get ready for just sleep in it, okay? Just get to bed, wake up, and for some reason it will make you feel like, you know what, I'm in it now. I'll just do my 15 minutes, I'll do my 20 minutes. One thing that I really like is realizing that working out doesn't have to be working out. It doesn't have to be like, you know, I do an hour and a half in the gym 3 times a week. That is absolutely fine, but it's about kind of changing your mindset towards exercise. And I'm like, okay, it's all about energy in and energy out. So any little changes that you can do in your life are gonna make the difference. So getting off the train or the bus a stop all earlier and walking it. Rather than walking up the stairs, run up the stairs. Rather than taking the lift, take the stairs. There's so many different ways that you can just add a little bit more exercise and expel a little bit more energy in your life. My next tip is to find inspiration, and I'm not saying the inspiration that makes you feel depressed about yourself when you see girls with these abs and these bums that are literally like stone. No, just don't get depressed, okay? Find realistic inspiration. I absolutely love YouTube. I love Instagram for finding really cool exercise people and all that kind of jazz. I'm gonna link some below. And I don't know, just finding that inspiration kind of motivates you to basically, you know, get on it and at least see, right, this is the goal that I want to achieve. Keep it realistic though, so you don't end up in like a depressive state, okay? My next tip is to get a crew, okay? You don't want to do this alone, okay? It's hard. You need to be accountable to someone or a group of people somewhere, okay? I'll be like, what are you eating today? To like a couple of my friends. They send me their meals, all of that kind of stuff. And there are like apps where you can do it. I think people mentioned MyFitnessPal. Obviously Instagram's a great place, Snapchat, you know, all of that kind of stuff, to just feel motivated to connect with someone. And they're just gonna tell you when you're eating that burger, they're just gonna give you that condescending look that's kind of gonna make you put the burger down, or maybe not. It's all about setting goals, like realistic goals that you can actually achieve, and not goals that will demotivate you, but goals that are realistic and tangible that you can see and track. Taking pictures of yourself beforehand, it's something that I'm doing right now. I've been taking pictures just so that I know that I can see where I've come from. And even looking back on my older videos, I was a little bit of a, you know, so it's great to see when you have, you know, achieved something. And sometimes if you've kind of slipped up a little bit, you can be like, oh, I'm kind of slipping here, and then you'll be able to, you know, deal with it and sort it out. So guys, those are some of my realistic diet and fitness tips. Again, I'm not a pro or an expert, but I am on a journey. I love doing journeys at the beginning of the year, and I'm planning on sticking to it. And hopefully I'll be able to keep you updated on how things go for me. But yeah, that is it. And if any of you guys are joining me on my Get Fit with Patty journey, let me know in the comments. And I've been reading all your comments. A lot of people watched my last video and they said they were motivated by like my regime and stuff, and that makes me feel so happy, and it kind of makes me feel like they're watching you, Patricia, they're watching you, so I'm gonna be on point, okay? I can't fail you now, people. I won't fail you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.